There's a quiet kind of loneliness that settles in the early morning, long before the phone rings, before the coffee brews, before the world even remembers you're awake. You sit there, maybe by the same window you've sat by for years, and something feels off. Not painful exactly, but heavy. A sense of fatigue, even after hours of sleep. A mind that drifts more than it focuses. A body that moves but only halfway. And the strange part? You haven't done anything wrong. You ate what you were supposed to. You rested when you could. You've done your best to stay strong, but something inside you still feels dim, like a room where someone forgot to open the curtains. What if the missing piece isn't in a pill or a new routine, but in something so simple, so ordinary, you've stopped noticing it? Morning sunlight, not the harsh heat of midday, not the blinding glare of a hot afternoon, but the soft, golden light that comes in the first hour after sunrise. That light doesn't just touch your skin, it speaks to your body, to your spirit, to the ancient rhythms inside you that still remember what it feels like to belong to the earth, to feel held by the day, to rise with the sun. You see, as we age, many of us begin to retreat inward, physically, emotionally, and even environmentally. We stay inside more. We close the curtains more. We build a comfortable cocoon of shade, silence, and routine. And yet, without meaning to, we start to live in a kind of shadow. Not just literal darkness, but emotional dimness. A slow fade in vitality, in clarity, in joy. But what if, just by stepping outside each morning, or even opening a window and letting the sunlight fall gently across your face, you could begin to shift that? What if morning sunlight isn't just warmth, but medicine? In the next part, we'll explore the science behind what this light actually does inside your body, and why it may be one of the most important things you can do for your health after 60. Let's step for a moment into the quiet wisdom of your body. Long before modern clocks or calendars, your body knew time by the light. Sunlight, especially in the morning, is not just something we see. It's something we absorb. And for older adults, it plays a crucial role in how your body wakes up, heals, and stays balanced. The most well-known benefit? Vitamin D. When morning sunlight touches your skin, it triggers a process that helps your body produce this essential vitamin. And after 60, your ability to make vitamin D naturally drops, sometimes by more than half. That matters because vitamin D helps with keeping your bones strong, supporting your immune system, reducing inflammation, improving mood, even lowering the risk of cognitive decline. But that's just the beginning. What many people don't know is that morning light also resets your internal clock, called the circadian rhythm. This rhythm tells your body when to feel awake and when to rest. It's connected to your sleep cycle, your hormones, your digestion, even your memory. As we age, this rhythm often becomes weaker. That's why so many older adults struggle with sleep, waking up at 3 a.m., feeling restless during the day, or just never feeling fully restored. Morning sunlight is like a natural reset button. It tells your brain, this is morning, this is life starting again. In response, your brain reduces melatonin, the sleep hormone, and gradually increases serotonin, the hormone linked to mood, focus, and calm energy. And it all happens with just 10 to 20 minutes of gentle light exposure. You don't need to be sweating in the heat. You don't need to walk far. You simply need to greet the morning. Even filtered through a window or enjoyed from a shaded porch, this light carries enough strength to remind your body that you are still part of the living rhythm of the day, still connected, still participating. It may sound strange at first, but what you do in the morning can deeply affect how well you sleep at night. Especially as we get older, many people find their sleep becomes lighter, shorter, or more fragmented. You may fall asleep easily, but wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. You may rise before the sun, feeling tired but unable to return to sleep. And during the day, you might feel sleepy, yet still find yourself restless again by bedtime. This isn't just age, this is rhythm. Out of tune. Your body has something called the circadian rhythm, an internal 24-hour clock that regulates sleep, hormones, temperature, and energy. Think of it like a symphony that your body tries to play in harmony with the world around you. But if the conductor never hears the signal to begin, the whole performance falls apart. That signal is light. More specifically, morning sunlight. When your eyes receive natural sunlight early in the day, yes, even through closed lids or a shaded porch, a part of your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus gets activated. This is your master clock. It sends messages to the rest of your body. It's time to wake up. It's morning. Let's start the day. In response, your body suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep, and boosts cortisol and serotonin, hormones that give you energy, clarity, and a sense of purpose. Then, as evening comes and natural light fades, your body slowly builds melatonin again, preparing you for a deeper, more natural sleep. But without that early light, your clock has no cue. Melatonin may stay high too long in the morning or not rise properly at night, and this leads to that familiar cycle. Restless nights, groggy mornings, long naps, and feelings of fog and fatigue. So if you want better sleep, the kind that restores your memory, mood, and energy, don't start by fixing your night. Start with your morning. Just 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight exposure between 6 and 9 a.m. can shift your entire rhythm back into balance. Sit by a window, step onto the porch, water a few plants as the sun rises, or simply enjoy your tea where the light can reach your face. This habit, done gently and consistently, can do more than any sleep aid you'll find on a shelf, because it reminds your body of something it's always known, that you belong to the rhythm of day and night, and that your rest is meant to be in harmony with the sun. There's a kind of sadness that doesn't always show on the outside. It doesn't come with tears or loud cries or dramatic gestures. It just lingers quietly. In the mornings, it might feel like heaviness in your chest. In the afternoons, it might show up as restlessness or irritability. And at night, it settles into silence, making you feel more alone than you care to admit. For many older adults, this gentle sadness becomes a silent companion. You can't always explain it. You don't want to burden anyone, but it's there. And over time, it drains the color from your days. Here's where the morning light comes in. You see, sunlight isn't just physical, it speaks to the brain. Especially in the early hours, it increases the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood, stabilize emotions, and create feelings of well-being. Serotonin is often called the happiness chemical, but it's more than that. It gives you emotional resilience, the quiet strength to get through the day, to enjoy small things again, to feel present in your own life. And here's something even more beautiful. When serotonin is produced in the day, your body uses it later to make melatonin at night, deepening your sleep, calming your mind, and helping you feel truly restored. This is why exposure to morning sunlight has been shown to reduce symptoms of seasonal affective disorder, mild depression, and emotional fog, especially in older adults who spend more time indoors. But beyond the science, there's something else, something deeper. There's a feeling that rises in you when the morning light touches your face. It's quiet. It doesn't shout or rush, but it tells your body, you are here. You are alive. The day has begun, and you are part of it. It reconnects you, not just to nature, but to your own rhythm, to your sense of place in the world, to your sense of being needed, even if only by the light itself. So if you've been feeling low, unmotivated, or emotionally flat, try this. Instead of reaching for your phone or turning on the news, step into the light. Just for a few minutes, let it warm your skin. Let it touch your eyelids. Let it remind you of what your body has always known, that light heals, and that morning is still yours to claim. We often think of inflammation as something visible, a swollen joint, a sore muscle, a red patch of skin. But inside the aging body, inflammation is often invisible. It simmers quietly beneath the surface, affecting your heart, your brain, your digestion, your bones. And over time, this chronic low-grade inflammation becomes one of the greatest threats to your health and longevity. Doctors sometimes call it inflammaging, the slow internal burn that contributes to memory loss, fatigue, joint pain, and even depression. But what if one of the most gentle, natural ways to calm this fire wasn't found in a bottle, but in the sunlight of early morning? Research now shows that moderate sunlight exposure can actually help reduce inflammation in the body, especially when it becomes part of a daily rhythm. How? It starts with vitamin D, which regulates the immune system and helps prevent it from overreacting. But the effect doesn't end there. Morning light also appears to influence certain immune cells, helping them function more effectively, reducing the overactive response that leads to pain, swelling, and fatigue. In fact, a recent study from the University of Edinburgh found that exposure to UV rays triggered the release of nitric oxide from the skin, a compound that improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, and reduces inflammatory markers in the blood. It's as if the light whispers to your body, "Calm down. You are safe. You can rest." For older adults, this can be especially important because your body's ability to regulate inflammation decreases with age. And without balance, the immune system may begin to attack even healthy tissues, leading to autoimmune symptoms, greater fatigue, and slower healing. But with just 15 minutes of morning light a day, you can gently remind your body of balance. You can ease the hidden stress on your immune system. You can help lower the quiet flame that burns without warning. And perhaps more importantly, you give yourself a moment of peace, not just physical, but emotional. Because when the body feels safe, the mind follows. By now you might be thinking, yes, I'd love to feel that sunlight. But isn't it dangerous for older skin? It's a thoughtful question and a necessary one. As we age, our skin becomes thinner, more delicate, and more prone to damage. The years of accumulated sun exposure from our youth may also leave us with spots, sensitivities, or worries about skin cancer. But here's the good news. You don't need to sunbathe for hours. You don't need to tan. You don't even need full, direct sunlight on your entire body. To receive the benefits physically and emotionally, you just need gentle exposure, done with intention and care. So how can you enjoy the morning light safely? Start with timing. The safest and most beneficial time is between 6:30 and 9 a.m., when the sun is soft, golden, and not yet intense. This early light carries many of the benefits: vitamin D, circadian support, serotonin production, without the harmful UVB rays that increase later in the day. Then consider duration. For most older adults, just 10 to 20 minutes of exposure is enough. There's no need to overdo it. This is not about burning or bronzing, it's about nourishment. You can sit on your porch, walk slowly through your garden, or even enjoy the light through an open window if you cannot step outside. What matters is allowing your eyes without sunglasses and some part of your skin, like your hands, arms, or face, to absorb the signal. If you're concerned about sensitivity, wear a wide-brimmed hat. Let the light fall indirectly across your face, or alternate days, indoors one day, outdoors the next. Consistency, not intensity, is the key. And don't forget, even cloudy mornings count. Light still reaches you, even if you don't see the full sun. In fact, some people find overcast mornings gentler and easier to tolerate. If mobility is an issue, place a chair by a window where the morning light streams in. Let it be part of your daily rhythm, a quiet ritual that signals, "Today begins. I am here for it." And as you begin this gentle habit, observe how your body responds. Do you feel clearer? Sleepier at night? More present in the moment? Sometimes the shift is slow, but over days and weeks, the body remembers. The mind softens, and the light begins to do what it has always done: nourish, awaken, restore. In a world that keeps chasing more, more routines, more supplements, more solutions. What if the answer to feeling better was actually less effort, less noise, less searching, and more simply, showing up for the morning? There's something deeply powerful about stepping into the sunlight each day. Not as a task to complete, not as one more thing to check off a list, but as a moment of connection with nature, with your own rhythm, with life itself. For older adults, this habit becomes even more important. Because as the years pass, we often lose the anchors that once gave our days structure. The commute, the children, the deadlines, the responsibilities. Without those, the days can feel endless or empty, and time begins to blur. But when you step into the light each morning, even just for a few minutes, you create a rhythm that grounds you. It tells your body, it's time to wake. You are still here. This day still belongs to you. It reminds your heart that even if the world feels fast or distant, the sun rises just for you, as it always has. And maybe that's the deeper message, that your body still wants to feel alive, that your mind still longs for clarity, that your spirit still yearns to belong. You don't need to fix everything. You don't need to reverse time. You just need to return to the basics, the breath, the light, the presence. Let morning sunlight be your anchor. Let it guide you back to yourself. Because healing doesn't always come in loud breakthroughs. Sometimes it arrives quietly, with the golden light on your face and a moment of stillness in your heart. And if you begin this gentle habit today, you may find that in just a few weeks, you sleep more soundly, think more clearly, and feel more deeply connected to life again. Not because something outside of you changed, but because you finally let the light in. If this video resonated with you, take a moment, just one, to share your morning ritual in the comments. Do you sit by the window? Walk through your garden? Sip tea on the porch? Your words might be the light someone else needs today. And if you'd like more gentle guidance on aging with grace, strength, and meaning, don't forget to follow Golden Pathways. Together, we'll keep walking toward the light, one morning at a time. You're not alone. You never were.